Namo Fundamental Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Sakyamuni Buddha. The instant past deep found somewhere wonderful Dharma and 100,000 million years didn't come to count you. Now that I come to receive the holy with my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the outcomes 1 to 2 in actual meaning.
Wow, you're good. That's great. Well, all right, let's do 1 minute meditation. Okay. Diana, what should they do when they do meditation?
You should sit still, keep your camera on, close your eyes, and not talk.
Inhale and exhale. You count to the nose. You count 1. Inhale and exhale to the nose. You count 2. Keep going. Okay. If you see a monkey mind, what happened?
Don't chase your monkey mind.
Yeah, go back to your inhale and exhale, right? All right. And when don't hold your breath. Okay, now who have all right, let's Diana, you want to do the timer? 1 minute?
I have the timer. No, thank you.
No, you
I
don't.
have it.
Okay, Amy, go ahead. You have a timer?
Okay, I'm gonna go get it. I have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a timer. I have a timer.
Good. Go ahead and show me the minute. 1 minute. And,
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. And turn on your webcam, bro. I could not see it.
Do I start right now? Do I start it?
Okay, I could not see it. Amy.
It's because I'm using one device to do it.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and say 1, 2, 3 and start your timer.
1, 2, 3.
Good. Close your eye. Sit still.
It's done.
Good, Ron. Go ahead and ask them.
Diana, how much did you have? 17. Daniel, how much did you have? 14. Aaron, how much did you have? I had 26. No, oh yeah, I had 13, yeah, 13.
Good, keep going. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
All right. Now we will start to learn about maybe let's see. Okay, Magalana, we will learn about him again. Last time we learned about him already. Now today we will keep going. Okay, let's see how quick we can go. All right. Diana, please start from beginning.
Thus I have heard at one time the Buddha dwelt at Shravasti in the garden of the benefactor of orphans and the solitary. Magalana had just obtained the 6th penetrations and wished
Go ahead.
to cross over his father and mother to repay their kindness of raising him. Thus, using this way eye, he regarded the world and saw that his diseased mother had been born among the hungry ghosts, having neither food or drink nor drink. She was but skin and bones.
Okay, do you understand what you just read?
No.
No? You want to try to explain it? Okay. Okay. The Buddha teaching this one. So basically, the Magdalena that remember we learned about him last week, right? He remember he died very terribly. Remember, due to his bad karma he prayed in the past life. He killed his parents. That's why he died. Even though he became Arhat, but he still paid for the karma. That's fair, right? We prayed it. We have to pay for it. No escape. Um, so at this time, he just obtained the sixth penetration. That means the psychic power. He obtained the psychic power when he attained the Arhat. Okay, and he wished to cross over his father and mother. That means cross over. That means the parent who already passed away. He want to help them to liberate it. Okay, so be free from the suffering. So we born into the good land like the heaven and the human. Okay, so to repay their kindness for raising him. Thus, he used his way eye, that means the divine eye, that means the eye of the power of the eye. He can be able to see through to the heaven, to the hell, whatever he want to see it, he have no problem, he can see it. Okay? And he saw his deceived mother, deceived that means the one who passed away already, born into the hungry ghost. That means very hungry. Yeah? No food and no ring for them. No food and no ring for his mother. And that's why she only have skin and bone. Does it make sense? Diana?
Yes.
Okay, good. Kathleen, you.
Magdalena felt deep piety and sadness, filled a bowl with food, and went to provide for his mother. She got the bowl, screened it with her left hand, and with her right hand made a fist of food. But before it entered her mouth, it turned into burning coals, which could not be eaten. Malagana called out and wept sorrowfully, and hastened to return to the Buddha to set forth all of this. The Buddha said, "Your mother's offenses are deep and firmly rooted. You alone do not have enough power. Although your filial sounds move heaven and earth, the heaven spirits, the earth spirits, twisted demons, and those outside the way, Brahmins, and the four heavenly king gods are also without sufficient strength."
Sufficient strength. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what you just read?
So, like when Malagana, like when he went up to the heaven, like he felt sad and he felt a bowl with food to give to his mother. And
not to the heaven, go to the hell, right? Not to the heaven. Because his mother is in the hungry ghost, that means now into the hell. Okay. And before he go, right, he fill his bowl with the food. and try to provide food for his mother. And what happened then?
Like when his mom tried to put the food in her mouth, like when it entered her mouth, it turned into coal, and you can't eat coal, so she wasn't able to eat it. And Malagana like wept sorrowfully, and he returned to the Buddha.
Okay. Then what he want from the Buddha then? Ask the Buddha for help, right? Okay. And the Buddha said that even though you are very filial to your mom, but your mom, her friendship, that means the karma that your mom create is very deep and firmly rooted. That's very heavy, right? You are alone. That means even though he have power, but he cannot do it by himself. Okay? Therefore, even though your video is moved the heaven, earth, and heaven spirit, earth spirit, the demon, and all the outside, even though the four heavenly king, God, all of them come together. All of them come together, try to help your mom. That is not enough strength. That means not sufficient strength. So they cannot be able to help your mom, even though all of them come together. Does that make sense? Okay. Alan,
Yeah.
the awesome spiritual power
So the awesome spiritual power of the assembled Sangha of the 10 directions is necessary for liberation to be attained. I shall now speak a Dharma of rescue which causes all those in difficulty to leave worry and suffering, to eradicate obstacles from offenses. The Buddha told Madhu Gayan, whatever, on the 15th day of the 7th month is the Pravarana day for the assembled Sangha of the 10 directions, for the sake of fathers and mothers of 7 generations past, as well as for fathers and mothers the present who are in distress. You should prepare an offering of clean basins full of hundreds of flavors and the 5 fruits, and other offerings of incense, oil, lamps, candles, bed and bedding, all the best of the world to the greatly veritas assembled Sangha of the 10 directions. On that day, all the holy
Okay, stop here. This is a little bit hard for you to understand, but do you understand what you mean?
No, not really.
Good. Let me explain to you. The spiritual power, the awesome spiritual power of the assembled Sangha. You know what is a Sangha mean?
Like the monks.
Yeah, community of monk and nun together, monk. That means of the 10 directions. That means from many different worlds come together, right? It's necessary for liberation to be apparent. That means if you want to help your mom, you need to you need the awesome spiritual power of the example Sangha of the 10 directions. That means all the Sangha, all the monks come from 10 directions, so they are become very powerful, right? That powerful can be able to help your mom to be liberated. That's what it means. To be free from suffering. The Buddhist told Magalayana on the 15th day of 7th month. This is the lunar calendar. Is the Vajrayana day. For example, Sangha of the 10 directions. That means in Buddhism, this is the tradition of the Buddhism. Every 3 months in 1 year, every year, they 3 months from the 15th of April to 15th of July. This is the lunar calendar. They have to stay in the temple or stay at one place to practice diligently. After that, on the 15th of July, they will go out, and that's where where the lay people like us, we make an offer to them. We got a lot of blessings. You understand? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Because when they practice so diligently, they generate a lot of virtue and a lot of marriage. If we offer to them, we will get marriage from them. Okay. Therefore, for the sake of father and mother of 7 generations past, that means we not only have one pair of parents in the current life, we also, when we do this, we also liberate our 7 generations of mother and father in the past life. That means 7 past life. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So they can be liberated.
That makes sense a lot.
Well, for the father and mother of the present who are in distress, you should prepare an offering of clean basin full of hundreds of flavor and 5 food. That means you try your best, whatever you have, you try your best to offer to the monk with your sincere. The most important is sincerity. Okay, when you do the giving, the material or the mind or the way you given is important, or the material is important? Which one?
Can you ask the question again?
Okay, when you doing the giving, the way you given or the material you given, which one is important?
Let me think.
Who know?
The way you give it.
Yeah, the way you given is more important. Can you give me an example, Kathleen?
Like if your grandma needs like a sewing machine, like for Christmas, you could give her a sewing machine.
Okay, let's say if you have a friend who have birthday, you going to give them a birthday gift. What is the best way to give?
No.
Okay, go ahead, Aaron.
Give it respectfully.
Oh, give with respectfully. That,
Give it happy. Give it happy. Don't give it like very mad.
oh, good. Diana, you know how to give?
You can give your grandma money.
Oh, but do you think the money is important or the way you give it important?
The way you give it.
Okay. For example, when you give a gift to your friend, right? If you have two friends who give you the birthday gift, one is give you the big box, the okay, the gift is very big. That means the box it's a big box, right? Inside there may be something in there. It's a very big. But you know what? They just bring the gift to your house and leave it there, and they walk home. They go home. And the other friend he just give you the gift maybe not that big, very small, but he write a very nice letter to show that how they want to keep the friendship. So which one is better, the first one or the second one?
The second one. Always the second one.
Are you sure?
The one with the smaller present, and the very nice note. I think I picked that one.
Oh, you go with that one. See, when you give with your heart, it's better than you give with the material without the heart. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, that's important. Okay, good. So you do the same thing when you offer to the monk, you offer with your heart. The material is not important, but the heart that the way you give it important. All right, that's good. All right, Catherine, you read the next one.
Say what? Say Aaron.
No, Catherine.
Catherine. No.
Okay, Catherine. Yeah.
On that day, all the holy assembly, whether in the mountains practicing dhyana, samadhi, or attending four fruits of the way, or walking beneath trees, or using the independence of the six penetrations to teach and transform souls, sound hearers, and those enlightened to conditions, or provisionally manifesting as bhikshus, when in fact they are great bodhisattvas on the 10th round, all complete with pure precepts and ocean-like virtue of the holy way, should gather in a great assembly, and all of like mind receive the pravarana food.
Okay, good. Do you understand what you read? I think a little bit tough for you. Okay, let me explain to you. I don't expect you understand this. Okay. That means the holy assembly. That means the one who enlightened, right? Such as Alahat, Bodhisattva, Pachika Buddha. Those those are enlightened, and they have a lot of virtue and merit due to their holy life, due to their practice, right? So when we offer to them, we have a lot of blessing. Just like when we nearby the wise, right? The wise, do you think that if you nearby you have two different friends. If you do you like to have 100 of foolish friends, or you want to have one wise friend?
One wise friend. One wise friend, not 100 foolish friends. 100 foolish friend will fill up the world. 100 foolish friend will kill you.
Okay, that's good. When you are Daniel.
100 friends will see the decade.
Daniel, are you there, gone?
100.
Which one you want? 100 foolish one, or you want to have one wise friend?
I want the wise friends.
Wise friend, because
No, what are you wrapping on your neck?
okay, when you nearby the foolish, you learn things.
So,
Okay,
what are you putting?
okay, when you nearby the foolish, you learn the good thing or you learn bad thing.
Bad thing.
Very
Your mouth, Alan. You hear me?
good.
That's
Good.
dirty.
All right. Okay.
That's
Now,
very dirty. Put it away.
all right. Let's see. Emmy, did I call you?
Aaron.
Emmy, did I call you yet?
Yeah.
Okay, đọc đi con. At that time,
At that time, the Buddha, the
physical,
physical, what's that?
Magajana. Okay, that's okay.
And the assembly of the great Buddhists were all extremely diligent and skillful. Sound of
Okay. Sound of Magajana.
Magas crying,
Cease.
please,
That means no more.
please.
He no more crying. Okay. At that time,
At that time,
Jana
Magaganya mother obtained
preparation
inhalation from another kalpa of suffering as a hungry ghost.
and okay, keep going.
Magaganya addressed that the Buddha and said this disciples' parents have received the power of merit and virtue of the triple jewel because of the awesome spiritual power of the assembly saga. If the future the Buddha disciples oh my gosh, practice the film by offering up the
Olambana.
base will they be able of cross over their parents, father and mother,
As
as
well.
well as those of 7 generations past?
Yeah, good. All right, that's good. So basically, the Buddha said that. At the time, right, when he that means Moggallana, he offered to the assembly of Sangha, and therefore his mother be able to liberate from the suffering and be born into the heaven. In here they did not say so, but they actually said due to the power of the marriage and virtue of the triple chill. You who know it, triple chill.
No.
Who know it, triple chill?
The Dharma, the Sangha, Holy Sangha.
Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha.
Yes.
Good.
The Dharma, the Buddha, and the Sangha. The
So-
Holy Sangha.
In the future, if on the July 15th of the lunar month, we if we make the offering to the Sangha, that you get your blessing, okay, for your father and mother. That's how it works. All right, John, go ahead, John.
The Buddha replied, "Good indeed. I am happy you asked that question. I just wanted to speak about that, and now you have also asked about it. Good man, if the kiss, because
Mishuni,
uh,
Bhikkhuni,
kings, crown, princes, and ministers, great officials, cabinet members, the 100 ministers, and the tens of thousands of citizens wish to practice compassionate, filial conduct for the sake of the parents who bore them, as well as for the sake of fathers and mothers of 7 lives passed on the 15th day of the 7th month, the day of the Buddha's delight, the day of the Sanhanga's paravana. They all should place hundreds of flavors of food in the alomba basins and offer them to the paravana sangha of the 10 directions. They should vow to cause the length of their present fathers and mothers' lives to reach 100 years without illness, without sufferings, actions, or worries, and also vow to cause 7 generations of fathers and mothers to leave the sufferings of the hungry ghost, to be born among humans and gods, and to have a blessing and bliss without limit.
Okay, tell me what you understand. This will be tough for you, I guess. Okay, let me explain to you. Okay. So the Buddha said that, good man, I'm about to say that. You already asked. I'm going to explain to you. On that day, right, the Bhikkhu, king, Raufin, and great minister, great officer, cabinet member, the 100 minister, and 10,000 citizens. That means everyone who wish to practice compassionate filial conduct. That means you want to practice compassionate respect to your parents. That's what they call filial conduct. Then for the sake of the parent who born you, that means the parent of the current life, life as well the parent of the last 7 past life, right? That's what it means. On the 15th day of the 7th month, that means the 15th day of the 7th month of the lunar, the Buddha will be happy to see that if the one who want to practice the compassionate filial conduct to make an offering to the Sangha. On that day we call Sangha Parana. That means they come together, right? They just come out from their retreat. So we just want to make an offering to them. So we will be able to gain the blessing from them. That blessing will help us to our parents in the current life will live long without illness, without suffering, and no worry, right? And also help our 7 generation of parents leave the suffering of the hungry ghost to be born in the human and God. That the blessing is without limit. Does it make sense? Everyone? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Lang. All right. Okay. Nila. Nila. We at the beginning.
The Buddha told off the good men and good women, those disciples of the Buddha who cultivate conduct should in thought after thought constantly recall their present fathers and mothers when making offerings, as well as the fathers and mothers of 7 lives past, and for their sake perform the offering of the basin to the Buddha and the Sangha, and thus repay the love and kindness of the parents who raised and nourished them at the time that you.
Okay, that's good. And that time physical Maganan and
The fourfold assembly of disciples, hearing what the Buddha said, practiced, it was delight.
okay, the Buddha told all the good men and the good woman, all disciples, that means everyone should practice filial conduct. So on that day, remember to offer to the Sangha. So we will have a lot of blessing for our parents in the current life as well as the past life. run out of time, so I don't know. I can play some video for you. Well, I can play video for you.
Are you gonna go to the movie center and show us a movie?
The Ulaanbaatar, the Ulaanbaatar,
Bro,
also known as the Ulaanbaatar,
I don't see anything.
translated to Chinese in the
I don't
Western
see anything.
by the Pacific Master Dharmaraksa from Asti in Jetavana, Anathapindika's park. The great clung to her bones. Malkadayana was grieved and filled his bowl with rice to go feed his mother. When his mother obtained the bowl of rice, her left hand shielded it as her right hand scooped up the rice. The food had not yet entered her mouth before it transformed into fiery coals. Thus, she could not have the food. Malkadayana, in a great howl of grief, wailed and wept. He hurriedly returned to address the Buddha, reporting to him these events in full. The Buddha said, "The roots of your mother's offenses are so deep and knotted that it is beyond your power as a single person to do anything. Although the echoes of your filial obedience have shaken the heavens and earth, the heavenly spirits, earthly spirits, evil demons, heterodox practitioners, Taoist masters, and the four heavenly king deities are not able to do anything. You must have the strength of the luminous powers of the monastic assembly from the 10 directions to obtain her liberation. I will now, on your behalf, teach the means for her rescue so as to allow all her troubles to be completely alleviated and to eliminate her grief, suffering, and offensive hindrances." The Buddha told Malkadayana, on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, when the monastic assembly from the 10 directions release themselves in confession, you should, for the sake of 7 generations of parents, as well as your current parents and those under duress and difficulty, gather food of 100 flavors, 5 kinds of fruit, pots for drying and pouring water, incense oil, lamps, candles, bedding, mattresses, all that is sweet and beautiful in the entire world, and place them in a bowl to make offerings to the 10 directions of the vastly virtuous monastic assembly. On this day, all of the sagely assembly, whether those meditating in the mountains or who have attained the fruits on the fourfold path, or who are walking under the trees, or those freed by the 6 numinous powers, or those who edify others, or Shravakas or Pratyeka Buddhas, or those great beings, the Bodhisattvas of the 10th Bhumi, who provisionally manifest as bhikshus, all of those among the great assembly will, together with a single mind, receive the doctrine of rice. Those who are replete with the pure precepts and the way of the saintly assembly all have virtue as vast as the ocean. If there are offerings made like this, when the Sangha release themselves in confession, then your current parents, parents of 7 generations, and 6 kinds of relatives will all obtain release from the sufferings of the 3 minors, and they should be at that time liberated, clothed, and fed spontaneously. If, furthermore, there are parents of a person who are living, they will have 100 years of fortune and joy. If they are already deceased, then parents of 7 generations will be reborn in the heavens. They will be freely reborn through transformation, entering into the light of heavenly flowers and receiving immeasurable joy. Then the Buddha directed the monastic assembly from the 10 directions to all first recite mantras and make vows on behalf of the donor's family and 7 generations of parents, and practice meditation by settling their thoughts. Only afterwards may they receive the food. In the beginning, when they receive the bowls, they should first place them in front of a Buddha pagoda. And when the monastic assembly has finished reciting the mantras and making vows, may they then receive the food. At that time, Bhikshu, Madhyayana, and this vast assembly of great bodhisattvas all greatly rejoiced. The sounds of Madhyayana's grieved weeping dissipated, and then on that day, Madhyayana's mother was suffering as a hungry ghost. At that time, Madhyayana further addressed the Buddha, saying, "The parents who gave birth to me, your disciple, are able to receive the meritorious power of the three jewels because of the strength of the numinous powers of the monastic assembly. In future ages, may all of the Buddha's disciples who practice filial obedience offer these Yulan bowls to rescue their current parents as well as their parents from 7 generations, or may they not?" The Buddha replied, "A greatly pleasing question. I was just going to speak about what you now inquired. My good son, if there are bhikshus, bhikshunis, kings of countries, princes, sons of kings, great ministers, chancellors, nobility of the 3 grades, officials in the hundreds, citizens by the thousands, or any commoners who practice filial compassion, then for the sake of their current parents and their parents of the past 7 generations, on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, the day on which Buddhas rejoice, and the Sangha release themselves in confession, they should all place the drinks and food of 100 flavors into Yunnan bowls and offer them to the Sangha of the 10 directions who have released themselves in confession. The pleas and vows will cause the lifespan of their current parents to be 100 years without sickness and without any misfortune of suffering or distress. Even the parents of 7 generations will be freed from the suffering of being hungry ghosts and will be able to be reborn among heavenly beings of limitless fortune and joy." The Buddha told all of the virtuous men and women, "These disciples of the Buddha who cultivate filial obedience should, with every moment, constantly think of their parents and make offerings for them, as well as their parents from 7 generations. Every year, on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, out of filial obedience and compassionate regard for the parents that gave birth to them and for the parents of 7 generations, they should always make Yulan bowls and offer them to the Buddha and Sangha in order to repay the kindness of those parents who have reared, nourished, and cared for them. All of the disciples of the Buddha should uphold this Dharma." At that time, Vishnu Gagayana and the 4 classes of disciples, upon hearing what the Buddha had said, rejoiced in, honored, and practiced it.
Okay, that's good. All right. So we done for the day. All right. So put our palm together, everyone. Namo Ayurveda. Namo Ayurveda.
Namo Ye Phật, Namo Ye Phật, Namo Ye Phật.
Namo Bye bye, Thầy. It's Alan the Onion Doodle baby.
Namo Ye Phật, chào thầy, cảm ơn thầy.
Michelle, what happened to you? Oh, no. Okay, bye, Aaron.
Bye.
Nam mô A Di Đà Phật, chào thầy.
Namo Ayurveda, chào con.